Isometrics. It's a topic we may or may not have heard of before. Isometrics are the execution of a movement where there is no change to the joint angle or range of motion. More so, it's where the muscle slowly shortens as the tendon itself slowly lengthens. Now, there's two types of isometrics that we utilize to optimize performance. One is called a PIMA or a PIMA. This is known as a pushing isometric muscle action, also known in coaching terms as an overcoming isometric. We also have something called a HIMA or a HIMA, meaning a holding isometric muscle action, also known in coaching terms as a holding isometric or a yielding isometric, I should say. All right, so from here now, we're going to utilize our overcoming isometric action now. So we're going to use force plates here. We can help measure our data as well of that lower limb to see how much force he's producing through this running specific movement now. So you're going to hop on for me, Archie. Get yourself under the bar nice and comfortably. So neck resting on the pad. From here, we're going to drive with our left knee up. So left knee's going to come up. You're going to bend this knee slightly, heel off the ground, and you're going to push into the bar as hard as you can. You're going to hold for 5 seconds. Keep driving, keep driving, keep driving. Relax. Swap legs for me. We're going to do the same thing again. And go when you're ready. Driving up. So you see here, we're neither able to flex or extend that joint angle purely because there's an external object that's immovable. And you can relax. So here we're trying to utilize our maximum force output, but at the end of the day, because it's immovable, we can use this as a little bit of a primer as well going into games to keep that central nervous system really sharp and fresh going to a competition. The second one I want to show you guys here is going to be that holding isometric muscle action there, or our yielding isometric. So here we're going to do a Chinese plank on our boxes here with an iso at our hips. So we're going to do an isolated hip flexion as well. So Flynn, the way we're going to do this here is you're going to lie with your scapula, so your shoulder blades resting on the box here, and we're going to get our heels resting on this box. Perfect. So from here, we're going to keep that knee slightly bent. Perfect. Now we're going to drive through our hips. We're going to lift this leg up as well for me. In flexion. Perfect. So here, as a beginner progression, obviously there's progressions we'll do to build up to this, but as we're here and Flynn's holding here, bracing through our core, we can start with the body weight variation. Then once she progresses from here, we can add that with external load, which I'll show you guys in a moment. Perfect. And relax. So Flynn, we're going to hold the plate vertically up like this, resting on the crest of our waist. From here now, we're going to bring our leg a little bit straighter, so keep that core engaged. Good. Now we're going to drive through that hip again. When you're ready, pushing that hip up in flexion, and we're going to hold it here now. So now with the use of an external load, we're resisting our joints from either, in this case, extending through the hips in that yielding isometric position. So these are really good to hold some of those like sport-specific positions where we're looking at our axle-based work, utilizing positions through the heels and the knees and our hips. This is a nice one. You can see Flynn starting to fatigue here, so we'll relax and we'll get her to swap legs for a moment now. So driving through again. See, so driving through. Good. Feel the hammies working here, bit of flexion here, and we're gonna hold it there. And that there is our yielding isometric example. Perfect. Hammies are dying, aren't they? They're holding on for dear life.